Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the red corner, it's Orlys Garcia.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. CageZilla 55 here from Revolution Live. If you guys are out and about and you're still close and you're listening on your phone, you're trying to get here, you got time. We got started a little bit late. Up next, our third and final kickboxing event with Orlys Garcia coming up here, Matty.
Orlys Garcia, 5'10", 155, 27 years of age. He was born in Cuba, came and then moved to Canada when he was 8, but he's been in Florida here for a bit, been training now for about a year and 3 months. Fighting out of ATT, American Top Team, out of Coconut Creek. Again, this is going to be his first bout ever.
27 years old, we're like, wow, you're a little bit old, but he's 27. You know, you start looking at that in the fight game, you're like, oh, you decided to pick it up at 27. You know,
but that's what I love about coming to these fights, though, Kevin. It's so fun to see these guys testing themselves in this way, and you got to tip your hat and you got to give a ton of credit and respect to these men out here wanting to test themselves in whatever it may be, Muay Thai, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, obviously the king, because you have to be able to know how to do all of those different fight disciplines.
Yeah, in other words, hey, I want to do something that I've been wanting to do. I've been watching it on television. I'm going to pick up something and start training and go out here and put it into action, which is great for me. But nowadays, in the fight game, because it's televised so much, kids are seeing it. We just don't see a lot of guys get started at 27. We see a lot of guys getting started at 18, 19. We just called 2 fights with 20-year-olds.
We have a couple more fights, and a bunch of our fighters
young guys,
very young guys tonight. But yeah, 27 years old. And he does, Orlys Garcia, talk to him, he does have MMA aspirations. He wants to fight mixed martial arts. See how he does here in this CageZilla kickboxing match. Again, it's a lightweight bout here, 155.
When's the last time you saw 155?
Not
saying Matty's fat, anybody, if you're listening at home. Matty's slim and trim and a tall cat, but when's the last time
I'm about 6'1", 215 right now, my friend. 155 was high school, so that was long ago. That ship has sailed.
What are you talking about? I'm still 155.
Making his way to the ring and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Pasha Luganski.
Pasha Luganski, 26 years of age, 6 foot, 155. Out of Makito, comes all the way down from the Commonwealth of Virginia, out there in Leesburg and that Ashburn and that Fairfax area with a record of 1-0. Come down to Florida. Somebody gives me a chance to go fight, and in Florida, I'm going.
Pasha, though, Luganski, he has a very interesting story here, Kevin. Now, Pasha, he's from Siberia. He is from Russia, and he will spend some time here in the States. He has to then go back to Russia, clock back in there, get the visa renewed, and then come back over here to the States, but coming all the way from Siberia. But again, yes, fighting out of Aikido, and looking forward to, he was very confident backstage, and he started off with, excuse me, my English is very bad. And I'm like, are you kidding me? You were fluent in English.
Let me tell you, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you sound great. Luganski is one of those guys, though, if you come from another country, you start this fight game, now you don't want to go home. Now I'm here, especially when you make it down here to Florida. You get out of D.C. and you come down here.
And it's always fun, especially when it's still not spring.
Yeah, traffic. And you're there. Now go home, get your visa, come back here and fight some more, because this is going to be fun for you the rest of your life.
So now, Kevin, Pasha, he's fought in CageZilla before.
Yeah, and we've seen him coming in and out when he has to go home and do those kind of things and come back. This will be his first kickboxing.
Yeah, he said he wanted to get a mixed martial arts fight on this card, but couldn't do it. Said, you know what, I'll take the kickboxing fight.
Yeah, why not?
Just more practice.
Anything to get to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I feel you. I'm going back to Siberia. Why wouldn't I go to Fort Lauderdale, Florida?
Hey, you're complaining about Virginia. I mean, imagine this man's got to go live in Siberia in the winter.
Live on the frozen tundra. I gotcha. All right, let's throw it back up to Chris Fuller. We'll get the introductions.
A referee talking quickly to Pasha before.
I thought we were going to throw it back up to Chris. I guess we got a camera issue. Just spin them around here. The other camera's working. Oh, there we go. These live shows are always fun. You never know what's going to happen in live shows. The ambulance, the camera, commercials. We'll get there, folks. I promise.
Pasha pacing around.
Yeah, I mean, the fighters have to stay warm here, and we get everything set up. All right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a kickboxing bout in the CageZilla lightweight division. Starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'10" and weighing in at 155 pounds, fighting out of American top team of Coconut Creek, it's Orlys Garcia!
Garcia, 27 years of age, 5'10", 155 out of Coconut Creek.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 foot tall and weighing in at 155 pounds, making his way all the way down from the DC metro area and fighting out of Makito, it's Pasha Luganski.
Luganski, 26 years of age, 6 foot, down from DC, like Chris just said, by way of Siberia. He's fighting out of Makito.
We didn't just make that up either. He is legit from Siberia.
Yep.
Lightweight division. It will be scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds, and your referee is Alan Abeliz.
Alan Abeliz will be reffing all of these kickboxing events, and he's scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds as Alan gets the cage all squared up and ready to roll. Both fighters will be ready to go, and Alan calls him right out to the CageZilla logo, touching gloves.
Luganski the first to go here in this kickboxing match. We'll see if Garcia can answer. Pasha looking real crisp so far. He catches the leg of Garcia and then lands with the trip. Has him up against the cage. Not able to land any big shots so far, and Garcia comes back with a couple stiff jabs to back up Luganski.
Luganski will be fighting in the blue gloves, Garcia in the red gloves in the black trunks.
Garcia pushing Luganski
right.
back and then lands that big overhand right. Doesn't seem to have phased Pasha, though.
I mean, Luganski, when he throws a blow, though, he's not throwing it just to touch, just to touch you.
No practice kicks for Luganski.
Yeah.
Luganski, he's landing with velocity. I mean, he's sending those kicks. Oh, some nice little footwork dancing around here, trying to, little trickery, and then comes in with that big right. Didn't land flush.
I see you, Luganski. Look like the Charlotte Weatherman.
Bringing Chris Fuller back here.
Oh, good left hand from Luganski. What a left. I mean, he rocked Garcia.
Garcia.
And is trying to still fix his headgear.
Yeah, Garcia fixes his headgear, also trying to focus now. Luganski
after
that big shot.
Rocked him.
Luganski comes straight through the hands-up guard and lands one on the face here. Garcia. And then here comes Garcia trying to answer back. Knee to the body by Luganski.
So, Kevin, was it obvious that I was excited to see a guy from our hometown in the ring?
Somebody else beating that 40-degree weather this morning getting down here. But you know what? 40 degrees to him is probably spring as Luganski just unleashes on Garcia.
Love the
good body shot. But a good retaliation here with a left from Garcia.
He almost lands that liver shot here with the left, and now with that footwork, he dodges one that comes back with a big left. The footwork's really working for Luganski, setting up another
right
huge
hand.
shot.
Such confidence. He's walking around with his hands in his pockets, Matt.
Woo. Yeah, Luganski, I got a chance to talk to every single fighter backstage before this event started, and he was one of the more confident guys. He has that Russian stoicism. He's actually originally still from Siberia. He does live in St. Petersburg, comes over to train, obviously in your guys' hometown area of the world. But, man, talking about that confidence, it really shows out here. The footwork's looking on point. His combinations look crisp. He's using all of the weapons at his disposal.
I mean, and strong, too. And folks, if you're watching at home, Matt was talking about St. Petersburg, Russia. Like, it throws me off because my dad lives in St. Petersburg.
Florida.
Not Florida.
It throws me off.
St. Petersburg,
like, I want to go train
Russia.
in St. Petersburg, Florida. Nothing to do with Russia or Siberia. But Luganski, he is coming out here with a mission, and that's what needs to happen when you come out here. When the gates close, he's coming to fight, and Garcia better keep his hands up or he's going to get cleaned up this round.
Luganski does have a 1-0 record. Again, he wanted to get an MMA fight. He does have 2 MMA, or 2-0 MMA in CageZilla.
Oh, we got the bell with the cage open. Little premature bell there.
Pasha was ready to kick somebody's head
he was
off.
going after him. Now we got the bell. Touching gloves right on top of the CageZilla logo. Luganski in the blue gloves, Garcia in the red gloves as they square up for 2 more minutes here.
Some low kicks from Luganski. Trying to set up those combos. Has worked so well for him in round number 1. And looks like he might have landed that right. Launches a couple more.
Just extremely accurate with his striking.
And focused.
And he's throwing at 100% too. He's really, he's not loading up the shots. He's throwing them crisp and clean, but they're landing with a lot of power.
Ooh. good knee right to the solar plexus right there by Luganski.
Really like the head movement, just movement in general from Luganski, whereas Garcia standing a little bit more flat-footed. I mean, you know, Garcia's moving around a little bit too, but Luganski's movement definitely looking real sharp so far.
So referee Alan Abeliz warning Pasha Luganski right there about grabbing the leg. It's not a Muay Thai bout
or an MMA event.
Yeah. So he warned him. He said, "That's your second time. Next time you're going to get a point taken away."
I mean, it's just a habit.
Oh, nice duck underneath the left hook coming in from Garcia. Luganski going back on offense. Knee to the body from Luganski.
I'd like to see the behind-the-scenes documentary on GoSports.com for Pasha Luganski.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if it's like Rocky IV when Rocky goes over and trains in Russia.
He is.
Oh, big
Good
left. A nasty left.
Right in the ear hole of Garcia on the right side.
Garcia really needs to start landing some shots of his own here. He's been eating a bunch from Luganski.
And Garcia's still throwing punches with authority.
I would like to see this significant strike count for Pasha in this fight.
Yeah.
He has landed everything he's thrown.
He's been real busy and real accurate, and normally that dictates a real nice result. We will see, though, as now the end of round number 2, and this corner's going to come in.
Well, I mean, let me tell you, Luganski looks like he's in total control of this fight. And Garcia's going to have to do something in this third round, and I would say almost shy of knocking him out. I don't know if he could do anything to win this thing. And Luganski with total control, breathing under control. And this is the way I always see this, is you see this combination. Good kick right here, but it's breathing through your nose. Anytime you don't see anybody mouth breathing and the mouthpiece getting shot out of there, this guy's under control and understands the fight game.
I got to give it to Orlys Garcia. He's taken this damage, and he's definitely moving around enough to minimize when those blows are coming in. They're not all landing flush. Now, that one definitely landed flush.
Right as you say that.
Big, nasty left. But, yeah, Luganski absolutely looks in control of this fight. However, Garcia has been taking the punishment. He's been dishing a little bit back out of himself, but I do agree. I got to give it 2 rounds to Luganski and none for Garcia so far. So, yeah, he's going to have to come out with a huge round right now.
And I don't even think they were close rounds.
No, he's going to need it. No, he's going to need it. I don't know about a 10-8, but still, it's been pretty much all Luganski. But Garcia, again, he's been taking this punishment and dishing a little bit out himself. Needs to land some more blows. We'll see here, round number 3.
And I'll give it to Garcia, though, because if I'd have been sitting over there after the 2 rounds of beating that I took, I'd have been like, yo, dude, do I got to go back out? I was like, can I just chill here on this bench?
Garcia is a tough guy.
Yeah, really tough. I mean, Luganski is coming at him.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the beard on Garcia is stout. I mean, this guy can take a punch. I mean, look at this. He's still just standing in the middle. He's going right at Luganski.
Both fighters toe-to-toe right on top of the CageZilla logo. Luganski in the blue gloves, Garcia in the red gloves.
Luganski wants to finish this, as we well know, one of the biggest mandates in any combat sport is try to never leave it in the hands of the judges. It's just tough with all you have is 3 2-minute rounds to work with here in this kickboxing round.
You don't want to travel all the way down from D.C. to let somebody else pick you win.
Garcia coming in, and Luganski just moves out of the way. Great movement again by Luganski.
Another
Garcia
good right.
is just, he eats these punches and fires right back, though.
He does.
Garcia is a tough guy, Kevin.
He is an extremely tough guy because he has caught some right hands in this round, too. Good knees to the midsection from Luganski.
It's obvious that Garcia, coming out of ATT, American Top Team, is one of the greatest mixed martial arts and combat sports
That's
gyms
probably
in
the reason
existence.
he's still standing up.
Yeah, you can tell that this guy has definitely got some good sparring in because he's taken every single thing Luganski can throw at him, and he's still standing.
Look at Luganski just going to work, but Garcia coming at him. His corner, Garcia's corner is screaming, you got to finish this. Low blow, Luganski.
Luganski's getting a little winded. Yeah, he's getting gassed out a little bit here. That low blow looks like
10 seconds left.
That's what it was.
Oh, don't spread them apart.
Ooh. Luganski comes in and fires off that huge overhand right, then goes back to the kick.
Slip. That's a slip.
A little slip push down.
No knockdown. Well,
so as
that's it.
This fight concludes, the end of round 3 in the books.
We almost lost Alan Abeliz.
Let Chris Fuller come back up there. Yeah, that's a brave man.
walk between both fighters as they're throwing blows there.
Do you get 2 trophies if you knock out the ref and win the fight?
Yes.
Trying to make it on a YouTube highlight.
Yes, you do, as a matter of fact. Dr. Ling comes out and checks on Luganski. He doesn't check on Garcia.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Luganski looks a little winded right now. He's breathing actually a little bit harder than Garcia, so the cardio on Garcia is outstanding. And, man, that guy's got a beard on him. He can eat a punch with the best of them. Coming out of ATT, that's not surprising. I just think that Pasha Luganski outpointed him, even though Garcia did get in some licks of his own.
In the last part of this fight, the blows from Luganski were not landing as crisp and as clean. And this is a slip right here that you see in the instant replay. Definitely not a knockdown. And this is what he right here. He almost lost. Yeah, Abilez. Oh, yeah, right there. Both of them almost knocked him down. Let's throw it back up to Chris. We'll get the results.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecard for a decision. All 3 judges score the bout 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision. Out of the blue corner, Pasha Luganski.
Luganski comes away with a big win here.
Not super surprising, though,
No.
Kevin, based on what we saw, a 30-27 score there and a big win for Luganski. He was the busier fighter. He was the more accurate fighter.
Especially in rounds 1 and 2.
Absolutely. Did gas out a little bit in round 3.
Not enough to hurt him, though.
No, and Garcia's a tough guy, man. 27 years old for his first fight. It was a good look, but
hey, let me tell you, Garcia, he's going to keep his head up right here from ATT in this Coconut Creek. We're going to see him again, and I hope he fights again for CageZilla because that guy's a tough kid. The shots that he was taking, especially right in the first round there, was unbelievable.
And the shots landed take that energy meter down, but he kept it up. He pressed it. He was pressing with some aggression of his own, but just again, Pasha Luganski was the more accurate fighter. He was the busier fighter. You could see here on the replay, he was landing more shots there with a big left. That left hook was a very effective weapon. We see another one land. He was utilizing distance well, utilizing those kicks. I mean, this is a kickboxing match, so you want to get those kicks in there to set up those punches. That's the whole point of kickboxing. But talking about kickboxing, Kevin, we are going to now